All right, guys, we wanted to, we're on the Smileline podcast set, but we wanted to intro just a little bit. It is September 19th today, or 20th, I'm not even sure. But the season's just starting, and we wanted to, we wanted
Season's
to
here.
intro the show, kind of line out where everybody's going to be, who's hunting, and what are some of the targets.
Season's here, and I've already got a kill.
Yeah.
I don't know when that was true yet. So,
Yeah. Big caribou kill, right?
Caribou hunts, very, very complete, and it was very successful. And, man, we're just getting started this year. We haven't put a lot of energy into the show over the past few years, but we've got some new stuff and ready to really put some energy into it and getting excited about the new hunting season.
Yeah, so new season. Do you know what season it is?
Season 84. I was born in 84.
No, there's actually season 14 of Huntline
14.
TV.
Wow.
14. I was real young 14 years ago.
Yeah, that mustache was definitely not there.
Oh, no. There was an hair in many places.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I remember your first trip to Kansas. I think I was 25 and you were 19. And I'm pretty sure you learned a lot that weekend.
I've been sliding downhill ever since.
Oh, man. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. That
All
was
right.
good times.
Oh, man. Good times. Good times. All right, so we got the old men now. They weren't that old 14 years ago, but Tim and my dad Steve are heading to Kansas today.
Yeah, they were some of our main hunters 14 years ago. Now I'm not sure what they do. They still kill some stuff once in a while. Dad does.
Your dad still
doesn't.
kills a lot. My dad has not killed in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad's still a killer. He just, when we're putting in food plots and stuff, he's real good at driving the UTV around. That's about it.
That's right. Your dad's a killer. My dad's a facilitator.
I shouldn't say it. He sits on the tractor. So.
Yeah, my dad, he's good at bringing the coolers and making us food and taking care of us.
Your dad is the truck driving man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So who's all got tags in Kansas this year?
Yeah. Don't know. I do.
You do.
I'm a resident.
Yeah, you are. Well,
Lifetime resident.
That's a whole different story. That's good on you.
That
smart.
was good on me in dental school. Bought my residency when I was there, and a lot of good bucks, though. I'm not sure who has tags.
Yeah, it is. I know.
I know you know, so tell me.
It is you, your dad, my brother, and then if you buy any landowner tags for your sons or Leslie.
Gotcha.
So it's a pretty small crew.
Family, yeah.
It's really three adults, and then the rest are Hudson and Hoyt.
Are the bros, yeah.
Yeah, which they all knocked out deer with their bow last year.
Yeah, first compound kills for Hoyt and Hudson last year. Hoyt was 9 and Hudson was 12. Both very, very proud of those. Hudson even filmed his on his own. Has that come out yet?
It hasn't.
So super excited for you guys to see that. What's the last show that has come out? Where are we at?
The last show that came out was the end of 2022. Hudson, your dad, you all experiencing good, but we're just producing right now 2023.
Oh, okay. So we're just getting into last year.
Yeah.
And we hope to get this turned around a little quicker as we move forward. But yeah.
So who killed the biggest deer last year? I don't really know. I don't know.
I think he had an orange shirt on.
That narrows it down just a little bit, but not a lot.
It wasn't me though.
That's right.
Chris killed the biggest deer last year.
Yep.
Dad killed a really nice buck too.
He did. We never scored his, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
But it was
I actually
close.
just got the mount back last weekend. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And hung it in my shop. Didn't tell him. Looks really good on the wall.
Great addition. It was a good buck.
Yeah, very good mature buck. But your buck was a buck that I thought was like 140. And man, seeing that, it was one of the deer that it's probably one of the biggest ground growth deer that I've ever walked up on. I was like, oh, damn, maybe I should. Because that deer was really predictable on camera, and I totally passed that opportunity. And you're like, I'm good with it.
Hey, I'm here to shoot all the 160s you want to. That you don't want to go after.
That's right. That deer was good.
Yeah, I think he's 157. I would say your dad's in the 150 to 160 range too.
Yeah,
both
I'd say
great
dad
bucks.
around the 150 mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good hunts, both of those. Yeah.
But, I mean, kind of the elephant in the room and why I wanted to shoot this podcast is the buck in Kansas this year. Like, there's a difference maker out there.
There's a deer. I don't think he's fully grown.
I don't know how you get much bigger in the antler department.
I don't think he's done. I don't know if I can shoot him.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I don't think.
Do you think he's done?
He's
very non-typical, guys. We'll show you some
Yeah.
pictures. Chris put out a camera way on the corner of one of our farms. It's a technique I've used in the past multiple times. Like, where do we never go? And he just kind of put a camera where we never go. And I mean, the first card pull was one of the best card pulls we've had in a few years. 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8, really quality whitetails. Probably 4 or 5 shooters on it.
Yeah, big bachelor group.
Big bachelor group. Like, it was like he put it in the middle of where they were bedded. And excited about that. Some of those bucks, I'm not sure if they're homebodies.
Well,
so I'm not sure how much we'll see them this fall, but certainly some other good deer. The Sticker's 10 on the hill bottom. I kind of got my heart set on him.
Yeah. But going back to the big non-typical, it's hard. Like, we work food plots so hard. We put so much time and effort into this, and it's like now we have in my opinion, a close to 200-inch deer on camera, and like, we don't really know who he is. We don't really know where he came from. We don't know how old he is. Yeah, and like, it kind of feels odd because you're like, we got all these other deer, so much history with, and all of a sudden, like, this boop shows up, and you're like, whoa, where'd he come from?
One of the reasons why I think he was a 3-year-old last year, about a 3-year-old 8-pointer. He jumped about 110 inches. Seriously, like, we didn't have a radar on that deer.
No.
And we keep pretty close tabs on what's going on out in Kansas, and Missouri too. But yeah, it's interesting because, man, he blew up.
So
I don't know who he is, and he blew up.
We got a big deer on the 220, and then the hill bottom. You got 2 real fun deer, in my opinion. Chase.
Yeah.
You got the hooks buck, and then you got the kicker 10.
Yeah, those are my top 2. I'm not really going to hunt that other non-typical deer. Hill bottom is kind of those 2. Man, I was after hooks. Hoyt and I encountered him last year. We had him about 70 yards on the pond bank. Just got a 7 or 8 second clip of him, but man, he was in real life. He was one of those deer. Like, oh, he's bigger than I thought. Just an 8-pointer, but has some kickers and a lot of character. And after losing splits from the year before, hooks is kind of in his category frame wise, and so is this new Sticker 10. They're super wide, big frames, mature bucks. Excited to get out there and get after them.
Yeah, and you've done a really good job. And us as a group, we've built the age structure up to where, like, now there's a lot of deer in the 4, 5, 6 plus range, and even like that heavy 10. Like, he's an old booger. He needs to go.
Yeah, we definitely have some management deer too.
Yeah, we got some management deer. All right,
I'll probably kill one of those. Yeah.
You're gonna be after a 160 and you're gonna shoot a 125.
Yeah, well, if he's 5 or 6 years old, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I bet you don't get a pass through with him. He's about that thick. He's about that thick.
Yeah, no doubt. He's a big deer.
Yeah. All right. So Kansas, we're laid out pretty good. You, your dad, my brother. What about Missouri? You gonna be doing a hunt in Missouri?
Yeah, so I've got a couple bucks on my farm by the house that I was really thinking I was going to go after them, but just actually when I got back from the caribou hunt in Alaska, it was 4 a.m. in the morning. We've been traveling all day, and I shined my lights as I crossed the cattle guard to the house, and both of those bucks were out in the middle of my house, and I think they're 3-year-olds.
What?
So I'm not going after those, but there is a big buck about a mile from my house that is pretty scarce on camera, but I'm gonna keep a close tab. And he's a Missouri bruiser. He's a good 160. Man, if I can get on him, I'm gonna be really excited.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often in your neck of the woods where you have a 160 plus, 5-year-old running around.
Yeah, he's a big frame, a lot of kickers, a lot of character, good mass. He's a good deer.
Yeah. And then the other state is Iowa. We had
Iowa.
Had a big die-off last year of EHD. And to my knowledge, which I think is true, I'm the only one with a tag. No shotgun tags anymore.
Yeah. I finally got my Iowa tag last year, and then had all those EHD kills. And honestly, I felt kind of bad shooting a deer last year. We had one buck last year that was really an awesome deer. We figured he was around 180.
How did that sandwich taste you ate last year in Iowa?
I hunted it so little, it was like it was tasteless. So focused on Kansas and those new farms out there. But I don't know. Do we have any good deer in Iowa? You've checked the cameras.
Yeah, I've checked cameras twice. They haven't showed up. No food on the farm. Again.
Waiting on the rut.
Yeah, waiting for the crops to turn, the neighbors' crops to turn, and the acorns start falling. More deer are going to filter into the property. But we got probably 10 to 12 acres, solid food plots. Drilled them all in again, and got some weed competition. But overall, there's a lot of tonnage up there, and it's only going to get better.
Well, that's exciting. We'll have some good hunts up there as well, and yeah, should be a good fall.
All right, so let's get a hot take. I want your prediction for you this year. Buck, spot. What do you think?
Hooks or sticker 10. Really going to focus on those deer, but I'm an opportunist, kind of like a grizzly bear.
Where are you going to catch up to hooks or the sticker 10?
Oh, I think it's the alleyway.
The alleyway?
I think I'm going to kill him in the alleyway there on the corner.
I'm excited about that spot.
Hey, I'm getting goosebumps about that. Like we found that spot last year, but didn't have it set up to hunt. We mowed a trail in there this year. We probably need to remow it. 6 or 8 weeks ago, we mowed a trail. I think that both of those bucks are potentially killable on that spot. I think the access to that spot is better than almost anywhere else that I could maybe get on them. I think I'm going to predict that I kill a mature whitetail. Not going to say it's one of those two, but I'm certainly targeting those on the alleyway in Kansas. It's probably going to be the rut because my boys are in football. I'm not going to be able to hunt much until November.
Yeah. All right. What about your dad? You going to throw out a prediction for him?
Dad is going to, I would say he's going to kill that non-typical buck on the 220. He just has a knack for putting in the time until he runs into the big deer. And he's patient. He understands that patience is just, it pays off. And I don't have that bone yet. Maybe one day. Either that or that big wide 9. I'd say one of those. If those bucks walk in front of Dad, I'm not feeling good for those deer.
No. Your dad has that where like, hey, he's been showing up here. I'm just going to sit this stand until I kill him. Or you're more like, hey, he showed up the other side of the farm. I'll go over there. I showed up over there. I'm going to go over there.
I chase him around and end up never getting on him. And he just stays in one spot. And eventually they come back there and boom, it kills him.
Yep. All right. What about my brother? Prediction for him?
Oh, man. There's definitely 2 big deer on the 370 we haven't talked about. The 205, I'm really hoping something moves in on. I've done a little scouting on the 205, so I'm really wanting to kind of hunt it, but I don't have the deer there. I don't know. I mean, your brother, there's so many locations around the 120, Hill Bottom, 220 area too. I'm imagining that is he going to be bigger than his buck from a few years ago, or?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with buck I don't know about. Somewhere.
Yeah. So the wild card is your 205. Like the bucks you named, great deer. I think there's going to be a slammer show up on the 205. And I think your plans are going to be like, hey, we're doing this. Whoop, 90 degree. We changed.
So is he going to kill a buck then on the main property of the hill bottom there? Or do you think because I went to the 205 last minute and vacated that? Or do you think it's going to be because I'm kind of turning a blind eye to the 205 and he kills one on the 205?
I think you're going to kill one on the 205. And if you're hooks, I'd look out on the 120 and hill bottom feeder. That's my prediction.
Yeah, we did move that redneck. I think that's going to be a big improvement.
Somebody's going to kill one. All right, what about the boys? Final prediction. Boys both going to kill another buck with a bow.
Man. Pretty focused on soccer and football right now. Got to get them shooting their bows more. Hudson's really grown this year. He's going to be able to pull a lot more pounds. Excited for, his kinetic energy is going way up in his bow. Hoyt's grown a lot too. He's going to be able to pull more pounds. So every year at this stage, they just get deadlier. And, getting that first one out of the way, they really were kind of, Hoyt, that one really got to him last year. He was that was really fun to be a part of. Did
you film that hunt?
I filmed it.
Oh, yeah. Man, I can't wait to show that because, it's a good one.
Dude, yeah. I can't wait to show you guys that one. We got to start doing voiceovers for these live so Naden has more to work with. But, so I don't know what they're going to kill. Definitely going to try to put them on some management deer. They've been away doing sports so much that I'm not going to put them right on the trophy deer because they haven't put in their time. They haven't, what do we call that?
You got to earn them.
You got to earn your deer, man.
You got
to work hard if you're with the Huntline crew. You don't just get to go kill the trophy bucks.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what your name is.
Yeah, you got to sit on a tractor discing for at least 10 years. Like, at least.
Yeah, so I think they're probably going to be focused on the management bucks and really anything that we see patternable in the daylight on camera. But, they're still going to have that rule of like, hey, if you can kill it with your compound by yourself, like shoot whatever you want. So I wouldn't be surprised if put another 5-pointer on the wall. But, yeah.
Going to have a wall full of does and 5-pointers.
Oh, new news. First season ever, season 74, that we're going to have a live full body mounted doe to play with. Did you know about this?
You threatened it a while back.
I just picked it up last weekend. It is in my shop right now. We're going to be able to put up a live full body mounted doe. I think those rut hunts out in Kansas are going to be fun.
They're already fun. You see the bucks cruising, and the thing in Kansas, there's a lot more bucks. There's a lot more age structure, a lot of 4 or 5-year-old bucks cruising, and you got a full mount doe to put out there.
Yeah, I don't know if she can have babies or not, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to load her up.
I don't think she can.
She can't have babies. All right, that's a preview of the season.
That's a preview. I think some of that is going to be true. I hope all of it is.
I hope all of it is. We made a lot of good predictions.
We did. We didn't predict anybody.
If half of that's true, we're going to have a hell of a season. So.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Huntline TV episodes every Saturday morning.